When you hear the word carbon, you probably think about the periodic table of elements, or organic chemistry, the study of carbon compounds. In addition to its unique properties, carbon is also an essential element for life. If we take a look at cells, they're approximately 75% water, 3% salts, and 25% carbon compounds. These carbon compounds are known as organic macromolecules, and they form together when smaller organic molecules join and make larger molecules. There are 4 distinct classes of organic macromolecules: carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids, and proteins. 3 out of these 4 classes have distinct monomer and polymer forms. A monomer are known as small molecules, and they're building blocks of polymers. Polymers are long molecules built together by linking monomers in a chain. You may have heard of glucose before, or starch, or even cellulose, and these are all carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are sugars that work to supply quick, short-term energy. They're classified by the number of carbons, and they have a monomer form called a monosaccharide and a polymer form called a polysaccharide. Our next organic macromolecules are lipids, and lipids work in the cell membrane and in long-term energy storage. They're comprised of long hydrocarbon chains with carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Lipids have a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail. Something that's hydrophilic is attracted to water. So in the cell membrane, that's why you see the hydrophilic heads towards the outer or intracellular space. Besides the phospholipid bilayer in the cell membrane, lipids are also oils, fats, and waxes. We can give it thanks to nucleic acids for making us who we are. Nucleic acids function in genetic material, storing and transferring information. They're the blueprint for DNA and making proteins. The monomer form of a nucleic acid is a mononucleotide, and the polymer form is a polynucleotide. 2 examples of nucleic acids are DNA and RNA. DNA works to store genetic material and has the sugar deoxyribose, and RNA works in making proteins and has a ribose sugar. Our final organic macromolecule group are proteins, and proteins are involved in almost everything. Enzymes, cell communication, cell transport, defense, movement. The monomer form of a protein is an amino acid, and there are 20 amino acids. When looking at the structure of the amino acid, you can see 3 different parts: the variable group, the amine group, and the carboxyl group. The variable group is what makes each amino acid unique due to its chemical composition. The polymer form of a protein is a polypeptide. And when looking at the levels of protein structure, the polypeptide is the primary level. Then, the secondary level is when hydrogen bonding happens with the backbone of the amino acid groups. Tertiary is the R group interactions, and the quaternary is when several polypeptides combine. For proteins, it's important to note that their function depends on their structure. So depending on the amino acid or R group interactions, their structure can change. There can be a twisted, coiled, or folded shape, and this can determine its function. Carbon's unique properties allow it to function in a plethora of roles, as seen through our 4 organic macromolecules, and that's how we're carbon connected.